Hey, welcome to Baker Tilly Digital. Excited to be here. My name's Chris Wagner, Director of Data Solutions. This is Marcus Redu. Marcus, introduce yourself.
Hey, thanks, Chris. My name is Marcus Redu, architect here at Baker Tilly Digital. Welcome to our next video.
Awesome. Today we're going to be talking about fabric personas. Marcus, do you know what I'm talking about when I say fabric personas?
I do, Chris. So when we're thinking of fabric personas, it really answers three different ones. We have our data analysts, our data engineers, and our data scientists. And Chris here is going to talk a little bit more about what the data engineer persona is.
Yep, fantastic. Now, a classic data engineer is the person inside your IT department that builds out data pipelines, creates data lakes, manages your data warehouse, does those classical managing data activities. Okay. Inside Fabric, Microsoft has created a holistic platform that allows your hardcore engineers as well as your low code citizen developers to get in and start to work and develop those same capabilities, right? And so, because there's a realization that everyone inside the organizations occasionally has to put on different hats. So some people wear those hats all the time, like your data engineers, but sometimes your analysts have to grab that hat off the shelf, throw on that data engineering hat, and start to work, right? Inside Fabric, we simply go into one of the personas, and that's available inside this lower box down here. We go to data engineering, and inside of data engineering, we have the ability to create a lakehouse, create a notebook, to do transformations, to do an analysis on data. We can even define Spark jobs or build a data pipeline. Heck, the incredible thing about Fabric is it's built on open source Delta Lake files. So you can use data from any place, and you can use existing notebooks that exist, right? So if you've written your Jupyter notebooks in Databricks or in Jupyter or wherever you've written your notebooks, you can just import those into Fabric and run them using the Fabric engine yourself, right? And because the back end of this stuff is all open source, you're going to find that it works super easily. If you want to get started with your data engineering persona inside Microsoft Fabric, they even have this incredible use of sample of like public libraries to get started on your lakehouse, and an example of a data engineering starter kit on your notebooks. So you can use these samples to get up and running. And if we go back to the Microsoft Fabric homepage, there are links over to the documentation and additional learning segments that you can learn, so that as either that pro data engineering dev can learn more about Microsoft Fabric, or, and this is, I think is important, that analyst or that citizen data engineer can get started and working inside of Microsoft Fabric as that data engineer. Does that make sense, Marcus?
It does, Chris. Thanks for that overview of the data engineer persona. And it really sounds like Microsoft has made it seamless to get started with your data engineering hat within your organization with Fabric.
It really has. Stay tuned. Next time, we're going to talk about the data science profile.